Okay, trying this again. I've recorded this so many times now, trying to make it shorter. Really try my best to do it in this video. So this is a really important video, and I want to start off by telling you guys that I'm sorry. And I want to explain why I'm sorry and how I've been viewing all this stuff that's been going on and how it's been affecting me. But let's go ahead and get to the main part, which is why I'm sorry. I'm a YouTube content creator, and I had a lot of hope in SafeMoon. I was a bag holder right up until just after John Crony got arrested. The indictment came out, read through it, and it answered some really important stuff that I was looking for answers on with all the old information about the accusations against John Crony. There was something that I really got held up on that I was hoping would come out either from John Crony or SafeMoon or the court cases that would just tie everything together and make that clear. And I'll explain that in a bit. But after CoffeeZilla's videos came out, I was still hopeful that maybe things would end up being better. And as time went on and there was no criminal indictment that was happening, there were no arrests, there was no more feds like coming in and knocking on the doors and stuff like that. Just looking at that stuff, I felt like maybe this is going somewhere. So I kept doing videos that were news update videos that were mostly positive sounding stuff, right? We're talking about exchange listing, screenshots. We're talking about updates to the wallet, to the swap. We're talking about statements that are sounding really optimistic from the team members, the NFT marketplace preview, the card, all that kind of stuff. And it gave me a lot of hope. Like, okay, maybe things are okay. They're starting to work towards delivering some of this stuff. But then it kept doing a lot of delays too. And so there was a lot of frustration with that. I criticized John in some of my videos. I've had people throw backlash at me because of the fact that I criticized John at all. And, you know, I talked about people leaving the team, that kind of stuff, whales selling off. But like most of my videos, they sounded more optimistic. And I feel bad because I had so much hope in this. I still had a bag in SafeMoon, and I was feeling like I was going down with the ship every time there'd be more bad news that came out. And then this dropped, which really makes it feel like that boat, there's only like a tiny little bit that's even sticking out of the water anymore. And there were other people that felt the way that I did and watched my videos. And I feel bad because I feel like I was stupid. And I mean, I was stupid. I was wrong. I was trying to give them the benefit of the doubt. And I was really hoping that things would turn out differently. And it sucks. I lost a lot of money in this personally. I was literally invested into this financially and emotionally. To be totally clear, after the indictment came out, in my opinion, John stole the liquidity fund and used it for his personal use. Liquidity funds. I've been talking a lot, redoing these videos. That's my opinion. You don't agree with it, you still support John, you still support SafeMoon. That's on you guys. Like I've said in my videos, I'm not a financial advisor. This is not financial advice. I'm doing the best I can. I've been trying to do the best that I can to report the news so people know what's going on. At the end of the day, you go and make your own decision on this stuff. That doesn't change the fact, though, that how things have ended up, it hurts. And I can't help but feel bad because I made videos talking about it. Just this is what they said, this is what happened, but still, it's like just even doing the videos on those things, they kept making the feeling of the hope alive. It hurts for me. I know other people are hurting from that too. And so, again, I want to tell you guys that I am sorry about that. And so moving forward, I'm trying to do the best that I can with covering with SafeMoon is basically just at this point what's going on with the court cases. I'm still covering other cryptocurrencies. I'm still looking for innovation. That was one of the biggest elements that got me so excited about SafeMoon. was this idea of, well, these ideas, all these things that when I dive down the rabbit hole, it's like, wait a second, based on what I'm reading right now, if this is true, this would be huge. This would do so much good in the world. And guess what? We didn't get deliveries. It was delay upon delay after delay. And all the stuff that John did, it was so aggravating. So kind of going a little bit more over this, and I got to remember, I need to keep this kind of short because I don't want this to be a really long video. When CoffeeZilla did his videos, one of the things that I was looking at was not just like stuff going on with his videos. There was people in the community on Reddit that were posting their responses, arguments, I should say, against what CoffeeZilla was saying. Then you got like statements that I think John maybe said one or two things too. I believe it was with the liquidity pool, if I remember correctly. This stuff happened a long time ago. And ultimately, what it came down to was the centralized exchange for me. So I'm like, all right, that's off chain. I know that as a CEO, he's getting paid money, right? It's not like the only funds that he had access to was the liquidity pool, which, like, was he supposed to have that unlocked? It's one of the things that was obviously pointed out in the indictment and clarified even further within that. Further in that. But as far as for like his income, so he's a CEO, okay, he has a salary, right? It's logical, it makes sense. What about the token? Token has tokenomics that a portion of that goes to marketing. Okay, so maybe he's getting some money also from that. Then you got the merchandise sales. Okay, people were buying merch off of that too. That's income. And then what about also the SafeMoon swap listing partners and what they were paying just to get listed on the swap? Okay, that's also money there. Then I talked privately with some of these SafeMoon swap partners, telling them how I felt about John, right? Private conversations, and then also getting their opinions on what's been going on and what they think of John too. And I was getting reassurances. People were feeling confident about what was going on with John. So, you know, like I've got all these different angles that are being thrown at me. And then I'm like, okay, well, what do I do with my channel at this point? I'm one of the top channels that covers what's going on with SafeMoon. So how do I handle this? And I'm like, okay, I see other people are no longer covering SafeMoon. People still want to know what's happening, right? So I was like, okay, well, what if I just keep reporting on things and whether it be good or bad? And so that's what I decided to do. I wish that, like, looking back on it now, I wish that I wouldn't have just kept covering it because I was hoping that things would turn out better and it didn't. In fact, you guys see how it ended up with all this stuff. I got screwed over. I lost so much money. At one point, I think I was a top 100 wallet holder for SafeMoon on one wallet, and I think I was top 200 in another wallet, or like maybe 250. I think it was 200. I had a good amount of Bitcoin. I worked hard. I bought that Bitcoin dollar cost average. Market shot up. I was in a great position financially, better than what I've seen before. And what do you think I did when SafeMoon started dropping? Because I believed in it so much. I was optimistic about things so much. I kept swapping. And I had less Bitcoin and less Bitcoin and less Bitcoin. And I put a lot into SafeMoon, and it really sucks. It really sucks. I can't stand John. If you guys like John, that's on you. I can't stand him. All this stuff that's been going on. So moving forward, I plan on covering SafeMoon with the court updates. That's basically it. I'll continue to cover other projects. I'm still looking for innovation. I'm excited to see what other people are building, talking about that stuff. There's other big name projects out there too that have a lot of big things that are going on. So I'll continue doing those things. But in case you've been wondering where I stand with SafeMoon and how I feel about this stuff, it hurts. It really hurts. And I was so looking forward to this doing good. How am I doing on my video? Am I good? Just under 10 minutes. That's what I got for you guys. Thank you so much. If you want to stay subscribed, really appreciate it. And hopefully I see you guys in the next episode. God bless.